started making this music like 20 years ago. Was kinda timid and shifted the way I rock my clothes. Was underrated and hated the way the game was invaded. So now I spit like the greatest if y'all don't really know. I started thinking my music would never take me places. I knew the game, it was changing, but now I'm changing places. I went from student to teacher, and now I'm checking the preachers who took advantage of people instead of spreading love. I'm sick of waiting for people to wake and see the frauds. I'm changing how I'm approaching the ones who show me love. I operate like a surgeon for those who think that my words are simply chants for the birds, like I be speaking tongues. It's time to build for the kids and put yourself aside. I threw my hat in the ring, so now it's time to ride. You in the way, better step aside, cause I got the vibe of a killer monger, knowing I'm the king inside. Work hard cause I wanna get the bag. Time's up, about to show you who I am.
MIC.
Hold up, ain't no point in getting mad.
Why you mad?
Time's up, about to show you who's the man.
Mr. Council.
Work hard cause I wanna get.
What's going on, folks? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one, Saturday Motivation. You know how we do. I'm not even going to waste no time today. It's episode 94. Let's get into it. You have to trust God through the storm. You have to trust God through the storm. People walk around with this air about them that they believe in God, that they trust God, that they have faith in God. But when things get hard, when things get tight, those same individuals are the first ones to either complain, get scared, and actually turn away from God. But you have to trust Him in your most difficult moments. And that's when God understands that you are ready for the task at hand. God is not going to put you in a position where you are going to set yourself back to a way where you can't serve Him the way you need to. God is patient, He's kind, He's understanding. He is our guide. But He understands there's a certain amount of pressure that we need to be put under to understand if we are prepared for the moment that He's preparing us for. People don't understand the level of seriousness that it takes to be great. This past couple weeks, I have a girls team and a boys team basketball. Our last regular season games are today, and my girls are up for an undefeated season. And last year, I fell short. We had an undefeated season with our boys, but we lost by 2 in the championship. And it was all about the level of seriousness that it takes to win a championship. Winning games is fine. But when you're trying to go all the way, when you're trying to make it to the top of whatever it is you're trying to conquer, it takes a level of seriousness and a level of dog in you to be successful. And most people really don't understand that until it's too late. Now, I've endured seasons of losing my entire life. I always have been ambitious. For a long time, I was focused. I still am focused, but my focus is on a level greater than I ever expected at this moment in my life. And the reason why God has held me back for so long is because my level of seriousness towards my craft wasn't where it was supposed to be. Was I gifted? Yes. Am I talented? Yes. But in order to do the work that God is preparing me for, it's going to take a Herculean effort. It's going to take me to become a man that I've never been before. A great man once said, to go somewhere you've never been, you have to do something that you've never done. And I'm in that season of change in my life where I'm taking everything that I'm doing to another level. And I have a level of seriousness and a level of focus that's just, I never really thought I could get to. And the greater thing is I didn't even know that that kind of effort was necessary to do the things that I'm doing. And so what you have to understand is, it's not about trusting God when things are easy. It's not about trusting God when things are comfortable. It's about trusting God through your hardest situations and times. And that's something that's easier said than done but it's necessary for true greatness. And until people understand that, the things in their life will never change. God is awesome, but he is only going to help those who help themselves. And most people think that just being gifted and talented is enough. They don't understand the level of work, the level of seriousness, the level of detail that it takes to truly be great. Because when you are great, you are a representative to the world. And oftentimes the world is waiting just to tear you down because they're jealous of your greatness. Most people that get hated on, that are famous, or that have accomplished something great is because people are truly jealous of the fact that they're not living their life at the level of seriousness and at the level of dedication that someone else is. And so when you're upset and you're hating, you have time to hate on somebody else, it's simply an indictment on you that you're not ready for whatever it is that God has for you. And that doesn't mean that you'll never be ready, but it does mean that you aren't ready. And so if you truly want to be great, if you truly want to take your life to another level, you have to trust God through the storm. Because God has to understand that you're not going to be rattled as soon as something hard hits you. He has to understand that you're going to continue to be focused no matter what is going on in your life. And you will never understand that until you get to where you're going to, because everything that he is taking you through is preparing you for what's coming ahead later. Because he knows the journey ahead, just like our parents. They understand the world that we're coming into. And so oftentimes they make us do things that we don't want to do, but all they're trying to do is prepare us for what's coming later. Because they understand things that we don't understand yet as children. And the same thing happens as adults. If you think about it, you make a lot of the same mistakes you do now as you did when you were younger. And you constantly have to be reminded by the situations that you go through that you need to be better. That's all the situations are doing. But what we don't understand is we don't know how much time we have. And we take that for granted. And so no longer can you take the amount of time that you have left on this earth for granted. You have to take whatever it is you're doing to an entirely different level. You have to take whatever it is you're doing and focus on it so much. If you truly want it, you have to focus on it and be relentless about it, and even cut the most people in your life off if they do not feed what you're trying to do. We're so focused on our friends and our family and all the things around it, and that's great. It's great to love people. It's great to have people in your life, especially people that you can support and that can be supportive to you. But if the people in your life and in your inner circle are not serving what God has for you, then you have to cut them off. And you have to trust what God is doing in your life to prepare you for what's coming later. So you have to stop complaining. There's nothing wrong with being scared, but even if you're scared, you have to trust him in those moments that he is going to take care of you, because he always has. And if you reevaluate all the things that you've been through, you already understand why God is taking you on the roads that he's taking you through. It's just tough to face, and it's an immense amount of work, and it is not easy. And I'm tired of hearing people say that it's just that simple. Because it's not. Doing something great is not simple. And that's why most people take the easy road, because they know the difficulties it takes to get to where they're trying to get to. But I don't want to take the easy road. I don't want to sell out to get to where I'm going, because I know if I don't sell out, I'll end up making a greater impact than I ever could if I did. The type of music that I'm creating is special. The gifts and talents that you have are special. And it is time for you to take your craft to another level. And it is time for you to stop wasting that time. You don't have any more time to waste. And the more time you waste, God understands that you don't deserve the gift that he's given you. So you can't blame the world for your struggles. You can't blame the world for your issues. You have to blame yourself, because you are not taking what you were given seriously enough. And most people don't want to tell you like that. They want to sugarcoat it and make it seem like it's okay and it's going to be all right. It's not going to be all right if you don't change. If you don't take your level of focus to another level, it is not going to be okay. You are not going to be fulfilled, and you are not going to complete the mission that you are here to do. So if I can motivate you today, understand that the gifts that God has given you is precious. And he's taking you through a series of obstacles to prepare you as a man or a woman for your greatness. And if you don't appreciate him through those moments and take the time to understand what he is doing, you actually don't deserve what's coming. And so, yes, you're blocked from your gifts. You're blocked from your goals. You're blocked from your dreams. It's all blocked because you're not prepared. Confidence equals preparation. If you truly believe in yourself and the things that you are doing, it's because of the work that you've put in. And if you haven't put any work in, that doubt is always going to be there. Because you understand that you need to do more work to get to where you're going. But you just won't do it. So when are you going to stop making excuses? When are you going to stop playing games and trust God in the hardest moments? Like you say you do. When are you going to show God that you truly love him by believing in him the way he believes in you? Because that's all he's waiting for. Because he's given you everything that you need. And he's just waiting on you to take it serious enough to be able to put you out there as an example for him. So stop playing games with your life and begin to take it more seriously. Have some sense of urgency and understand that God is with you in your most difficult moments. But you have to allow him to be. And you have to trust him because he's carried you this far. He's carried us this far and we haven't even deserved it. Most people know you haven't deserved to get this far in life. You know you are blessed to still be here. You don't deserve to still be here. You are fortunate. So stop playing with God and stop playing with yourself because you are too serious. You are too important to be taken as a joke. And I'm saying these things because I love you and I want us to be better together. I'm not exactly where I should be, but I'm working on it every day. And I want you to work on with me. I got to get to these games, y'all. So that's my turn. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
Is she feeling me? Is she feeling me? She my fantasy. Is she feeling me? She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. What does it mean? My one and only fantasy. Because she be the one I'm always gonna need. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. What does it mean? My one and only fantasy. Because she be the one I'm always gonna need. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. What does it mean? My one and only fantasy. Because she be the one I'm always gonna need. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. What does it mean? My one and only fantasy. Because she be the one I'm always gonna need. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. She feeling me, I know she really feeling me. What does it mean?